They say legends never die, but 2022 tested our hearts. We said goodbye to America's dad, the keeper of Hogwarts keys and the voice of the 90s. Some deaths shocked us, while others marked the final chapter of a golden age. Here are the stars who dimmed in 2022. 2022 began with the loss of a pioneer who shifted the tectonic plates of Hollywood. Sidney Poitier was the first black man to win the Best Actor Oscar. With films like In the Heat of the Night, he didn't just play roles, he demanded dignity and respect for an entire race. He passed away at 94. He was not just a star, he was the conscience of cinema. Just 3 days later, a sudden tragedy silenced America's dad. Bob Saget was beloved by millions as the wholesome Danny Tanner on Full House. But in reality, he was also a fiercely funny stand-up comic. He was found dead in a hotel room while on tour due to accidental head trauma. He was 65. The world was left in shock, losing the man who gave the best hugs on TV. Later in January, the lights went out for rock's most theatrical showman. Meat Loaf was a force of nature. His album Bat Out of Hell is one of the best-selling of all time. Whether singing with sweat-drenched passion or playing Bob in Fight Club, he gave 100% of his soul. He died at 74. As he sang, he would do anything for love, and his fans loved him for it. In March, the screen lost one of its most intense chameleons. William Hurt was an actor's actor, winning an Oscar for Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Younger fans knew him as the stern General Thaddeus Ross in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He brought intelligence and complexity to every character. He passed away from prostate cancer at 71, leaving a legacy of brilliance. Late March delivered a crushing blow to the world of rock and roll. Taylor Hawkins, the powerhouse drummer of the Foo Fighters, died suddenly in Colombia at age 50. With his infectious smile and blonde surfer hair, he was the heartbeat of the band and Dave Grohl's brother from another mother. The tour stopped, and millions of fans were left heartbroken. The rhythm section lost its brightest light. In April, the most distinct voice in Hollywood fell silent. Gilbert Gottfried, the comedian's comedian, passed away at 67. Whether voicing the shrill parrot Iago in Disney's Aladdin or roasting celebrities with zero filter, he was a master of discomfort and timing. Behind the loud screeching persona was a gentle family man and a genius of stand-up. He made us laugh at things we probably shouldn't have. May marked the end of a cinematic era. Ray Liotta, the man with the piercing blue eyes and the laugh that could curdle blood, died in his sleep at 67. He will forever be immortalized as Henry Hill in Martin Scorsese's masterpiece, Goodfellas. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. He brought a raw, terrifying, yet vulnerable intensity to the screen that no one else could match. July took a true Hollywood titan. James Caan, the definition of an American tough guy, passed away at 82. He gave us one of the most explosive performances in history as the hot-headed Sonny Corleone in The Godfather. But for a younger generation, he was the cynical dad in the holiday classic Elf. From the toll booth to the North Pole, Jimmy Caan commanded the screen with unmatched swagger. In July, we said goodbye to the ultimate symbol of 80s glamour. Ivana Trump, the businesswoman and first wife of Donald Trump, passed away at 73 from fall injuries. She was more than just a socialite. She helped build a real estate empire, and became a pop culture icon. Her cameo in The First Wives Club gave us the legendary line, "Don't get mad, get everything." She lived large until the very end. Just 2 months after losing Ray Liotta, the mob lost its boss. Paul Sorvino, the imposing Paulie Cicero in Goodfellas, died of natural causes at 83. While he could play the terrifying Don who sliced garlic with a razor blade, in real life, he was a gentle opera singer and a sculptor. He was a man of immense presence who didn't need to shout to be heard. Days later, a true trailblazer beamed up to the stars. Nichelle Nichols, who played Lottie Uhura on Star Trek, died at 89. She broke ground with one of the first interracial kisses on U.S. television. Martin Luther King Jr. himself once convinced her not to quit the show because she was a symbol of hope. She later worked with NASA to recruit women and minorities into the space program. She changed the future for real. August began with a heartbreak heard around the world. Olivia Newton-John, the singer and actress we all fell in love with as Sandy in Grease, passed away at 73. For 30 years, she fought breast cancer with grace and optimism, becoming a fierce advocate for research. From the sweet girl in the poodle skirt to the spandex-clad icon of Physical, she remained hopelessly devoted to bringing light into the world. In August, a tragic sequence of events dominated the headlines. Anne Heck, a talented actress known for 6 Days, 7 Nights, and Donnie Brasco, passed away at 53 following a fiery car crash. Her life was often complex in public, but on screen, she possessed a sharp wit and undeniable spark. She was taken off life support after being declared brain dead, a heartbreaking end to a turbulent life. At the end of summer, the man who changed the map of the world took his final breath. Mikhail Gorbachev, the last leader of the Soviet Union, died at 91. He brought down the Iron Curtain and ended the Cold War without bloodshed, earning him a Nobel Peace Prize. While his legacy is debated at home, to the West, he was the man who helped tear down the wall. History turned a major page with his passing. Then, on September 8th, the world stood still. London Bridge is down. Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in British history, passed away peacefully at Balmoral at 96. For 70 years, she was the one constant in a chaotic world, serving through 15 British prime ministers and 14 U.S. presidents. From a young princess to the world's grandmother, she defined an entire century. We will never see the likes of her again. As September ended, we were jolted from mourning royalty to losing a hip-hop legend. Coolio, the rapper with the iconic braids, died from a fentanyl overdose at 59. His 1995 hit Gangsta's Paradise became one of the greatest rap anthems ever recorded. Dark, gritty, yet strangely beautiful, the song defined the 90s. He may be gone, but that choir intro will give us chills forever. October began by silencing the voice of rural America. Loretta Lynn, the coal miner's daughter, passed away at 90. Born in a one-room cabin in Kentucky, she sang the truth about poverty, marriage, and heartache, breaking barriers for women in country music. She proved that you don't need a castle to be a queen. Her songs were the diary of the working class. Just a week later, another 96-year-old icon took her final bow. Dame Angela Lansbury was a titan of stage and screen. To adults, she was the sharp-witted mystery writer Jessica Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote. To children, she was the comforting voice of Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. When she sang Tale as Old as Time, She made us believe in magic. She was class personified. Mid-October broke the hearts of the Potter generation. Robbie Coltrane, the gentle giant Rubeus Hagrid, died from organ failure at 72. He was the first person to tell Harry, "You're a wizard." He brought warmth, humor, and immense heart to the role. In the reunion special, he said, "I'll not be here, sadly, but Hagrid will." He was right. There is no Hogwarts without you, Hagrid. We closed the month by losing the last wild man of rock and roll. Jerry Lee Lewis, known as The Killer, died at 87. He was the final survivor of the legendary Sun Records generation that included Elvis and Johnny Cash. With hits like Great Balls of Fire, he didn't just play the piano, he attacked it, kicking away the bench and setting the keys on fire. A controversial life, but an undeniable musical force. November brought a tragedy that shook the millennial generation. Aaron Carter, the teen pop sensation who sang "I Want Candy," was found dead at just 34. He rose to fame as a bright-eyed child star, but his adult life was a public battle with addiction and mental health. His death is a heartbreaking reminder of the dark side of early fame. He was just a boy who wanted to be loved. Later that month, the songbird of Fleetwood Mac took her final flight. Christine McVie passed away at 79. While Stevie Nicks was the fire of the band, Christine was the heart and the peacemaker. She wrote their biggest hits like "Don't Stop" and "Little Eyes." She gave us the most perfect love songs, and she left us peacefully, just as she lived. The chain is finally broken. December took a sitcom staple. Kirstie Alley, the fierce and funny Rebecca Howe on Cheers, died of colon cancer at 71. She was unapologetic, loud, and won an Emmy for holding her own against the boys in the bar. From Look Who's Talking to her reality shows, she always kept it real. Hollywood lost one of its most distinct personalities. On December 29th, the beautiful game lost its king. Pelé, the only player in history to win 3 World Cups, passed away at 82. He rose from poverty in Brazil to become the most famous athlete on the planet. He stopped a civil war just by playing. He didn't just play football, he invented the way it should be played. There will be many great players, but there will only ever be one king. Finally, on the very last day of 2022, a chapter of history closed. Pope Benedict XVI, the first pontiff to resign in 600 years, died at 95. A brilliant theologian and a guardian of tradition, his passing marked the end of an unusual era of 2 popes. As the year faded out, the bells of St. Peter's Basilica rang one last time, bidding farewell to a year of monumental change. The celebrities we lost in 2022 may be gone, but their work and memories live on. If any of these stories touched you, share your thoughts below. Give this video a like and subscribe to continue honoring legendary lives in our next tributes.